episode 2. I want to thank you guys for joining me back and staying tuned in. Today, I just kind of want to go over a few topics, just to kind of break the ice and really digest like what healing is all about. So obviously, you guys know this is a healing out loud safe space, and I want to kind of break down, a little bit of how healing went down for me. So I have 5 topics I want to kind of digest with you guys, and make sure you guys leave some comments. Make sure you guys, you know, share with others, and just kind of like build a conversation so we can really like break this down as a community together. So the first one I want to discuss is, what is generational cycles? So for me, generational cycles are like trauma that got passed down, silence or shame that just trickled down that's not being dealt with. Personally, I feel like, you have trauma that may be passed down from parents. For me, I have things that kind of like my dad's side have kind of trickled down on me, and I have things that on my mom's side kind of trickle down on me. So on my dad's side, I feel like silence was really big. I feel like always masking what the problems were, or masking problems that like families didn't want to share with one another, just kind of like hiding and putting over a shield. And I feel like I personally have reached a point where I'm not shameful. I don't need to hide anything. Everything's not a secret. Like, those that have known me always have known, like, oh my God, Sierra's been so private. Like, she don't really open up, and when she's dealing with stuff, she holds it in. And I feel like at this point in life, especially with some of the last experiences that I recently went through, like, the world knows. Like, ain't no hiding, ain't no secret. Like, this has been able to break a cycle off of me where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah, this is what's going on. And at this point, I'm not ashamed. Like, I'm grateful for what I'm going through because it's unraveling a better me. And then on my mom's side, I feel like I deal with like toughness. Like you can't be weak. If you weak, like you're a sucker. Or like alcohol or drug abuse. I feel like that cycle is being broken off as well. It's no, I have nothing to hide. I used to be a smoker, like from about 25 to about, 33. I used to smoke a lot, and I used to spend my free time just doing that. And back in January, I decided to completely stop. Obviously, I stopped during my pregnancy. Obviously, I stopped after my pregnancy, but there was a short time where I would, just dabbing into it a little bit. But I completely stopped, and I'm grateful. Like, I'm clear-minded. I stopped because, 1, I didn't want that to be a vice that I depended on. 2, I know some of the struggles that my side has dealt with when it comes to drug and alcohol abuse, and I didn't want to be addicted to anything. And I wouldn't say I was addicted to it, but I feel like I was consuming it way too much, and that's just something I don't want to be the case. Alcohol, there's a lot of heavy drinking on my mom's side, and my dad's side, honestly, too. But I feel like, yes, I do drink from time to time, but I also don't use like every single weekend. It's not turn up weekend. So that's where I would kind of break people. It's really dealing with everything that you need it to like be broken down into. So, during my process of healing, I spent a lot of time being alone, isolated, being around people that wasn't serving me no justice, and just getting down to the root of all my problems, from generational issues, from why I respond and act a certain way, and really dealing with it. Sitting in my car, crying for about 20-30 minutes, and just bleeding all of that mess out of me. So also I feel like fasting was a huge part of my healing process, because I personally think that if you could surrender some things, you are fighting your flesh and you're like breaking it down. The next one I'm going to discuss is setting boundaries without guilt. Setting boundaries has always been hard for me because I love to help people. I love to be somebody that, people can depend on. But in this walk, in this process, I've learned that it's okay to say no. I gotta put me first, and if the same people that I'm constantly saying yes to can't say yes for me, I need to set some boundaries. So setting boundaries is huge, and saying no is okay. And the more you do it, the more you'll be okay with it. And it is uncomfortable at first, but you will be just fine. And when it's all said and done, like, it's a part of like freedom. Like, I feel so free knowing that yes, I can say no sometimes. Number 4 is healing is our response. To learn that it's okay to say no. I gotta put me first, and if the same people that I'm constantly saying yes to can't say yes for me, I need to set some boundaries. So setting boundaries is huge, and saying no is okay. And the more you do it, the more you'll be okay with it. And it is uncomfortable at first, but you will be just fine. And when it's all said and done, like, it's a part of like freedom. Like, I feel so free knowing that yes, I can say no sometimes. Number 4 is healing is our responsibility. It's nobody else's responsibility to heal for you. We have to do the work. We have to want to do the work. And if we give up, you get back up again. It's our responsibility. We have to take full accountability for our entire life and do the work to get to where we want to be. So it's completely our responsibility, and there's different levels of it, but you just have to get to a point like, do I want it or do I not? Do I want to keep the same habits, or do I finally want change? Do I want better out of my life? And once you take that accountability and you do the work, I mean, I still have work to do, but the progress that I've made, it's amazing. And the last one is just kind of talking about like a real story or a real struggle in like a moment that was like real growth. So, I'm going to share a personal moment, but I had to kind of choose myself. So I feel like I have had a really close friend who I've been friends with for probably about 10 plus years, and it's like a reoccurring cycle. Good for 3 or 4 years, don't talk for 2. Good for another 3 or 4 years, don't talk for a year. Good, like, just over and over and over. So most recently, honestly, I would say like a month or so, I finally prayed to God and said, God, remove anyone out of my life that's not for me. And I took time to hear his voice. I took time to really digest who that could be. And I finally decided in me, and I chose myself, that I'm not going to keep letting a pattern continue. I'm going to put me first. I'm going to put my peace first. I'm going to put just me as a woman, me as a mother first, and I'm cutting that off. And I'm cutting that off indefinitely. I'm not going to keep going back and forth every couple of years dealing with the same cycles over and over. And the peace that it has, I feel like, I'm patting myself on the back. I put my all into people. I pour my all into people, and I don't always feel like I get that in return. So I'm proud to say that I was able to cut that off for the peace and the joy of myself, and joy and peace and being the best version of Sierra is something I'm always gonna stand completely firm on, especially now that I'm a mother. I have to be 100% for my son. I don't want to be walking around heavy, walking around with all this on my back. I want to give him my all, and mental clarity, mental health, mental just awareness is something that I'm huge on the sake that I want to raise my son being as healthy as I possibly can, and that's not just physically, like mentally, spiritually, all around. I take pride in that, and I'm going to continue to strive for that. I'm not perfect, I'm going to make mistakes, but putting me first is, I feel like, a huge part of that. So I am going to hopefully allow you guys to comment at the bottom, share this, give me some other topics that you want to discuss. But this is kind of just like a little Q&A snippet, or like just a little digest. Like episode 1 was just more of like, this is what we're gonna go, and this one was like, okay, let's break it down a little bit. So I'm just excited to see what you guys have to say at the in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoy the talking points, and it'll get deeper, it'll get more vulnerable, it'll, you know, be more fun in the future, but we gotta break the ice before we really dive all the way in. So there is a quote that I want you guys to remember, and I want you guys to stand firm on this, and that is, I am not the cycle, I am the shift. So despite the cycles, despite the generational cycles and curses that we have walked through, we are going to shift. So I am not the cycle, I am the shift. So I love you guys. Like this video, comment this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm so excited to see you guys next week so we can have even more fun, even more conversation, and just continue to walk in our healing out loud. So love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.